tense so hard that I tore the artery in my neck and I started internal bleeding.
We've travelled to a sleepy town in Derbyshire. Ashbourne, the gateway to Dovedale, is known for the River Dove and its impressive limestone ravines. A town of winding cobbled streets, a welcoming marketplace and handsome Tudor and Georgian heritage, according to visitpeakdistrict.co.uk. But it's also known for one of Britain's most peculiar sporting events. You may have heard of cheese rolling, caber tossing, maybe even knob throwing, but there is nothing quite like this. This particular sporting event started nearly 50 years ago and has been responsible for broken bones, blood, sweat and tears. So I've come to see what it's all about. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home. And this little piggy went to Ashbourne to go to the World Toe Wrestling Championship. And I'm Harry Ainsworth, and this is Weird Britain. Toe wrestling was founded in Whetton, Derbyshire in 1974. Although the competition had humble beginnings, it now attracts elite athletes from around the world.
I'm Alan Nasty Nash. I'm now 17 times world champion. The only person in history ever to do it. I once broke 4 toes in the semi-final, snapped them back in place, then I actually went back into the final and won the final. Broke 9 toes overall during my career.
My worst injury was put me in intensive care and I tore the carotid artery. It was on the very last second as I just lost it. Like 10 stone and 10 so hard that I tore the artery in my neck and I started internal bleeding.
So forgive this is probably a bit of a stupid question, but what are the main differences between thumb wars and toe wrestling?
To compete, you interlock the big toes. The idea is to take the foot across to the sideboard on the todium that we call it, and just hit the foot on the todium, that's your point. Best of 3 points, we use the right leg twice, so it's always right, left, right.
Now, there's a bit of a rivalry at play. It's with a gentleman inside there. Can you talk me through that rivalry?
You wouldn't by any chance be talking about Ben, would you?
I would.
Yeah, he's the boss.
So I'm Ben Woodroffe, also known as Total Destruction. I'm 34 and I've won 1 World Championship, which was last year. Me and Alan have been at it for years. Got to lots of finals, been there, tried my best, lost until last year. And last year, I just knew I was going to beat him. I got in the right mindset and I was like, do you know what? I will beat you now. Bring it on. I'll beat anybody, even you.
Fucking know that. You've had your toenail removed?
Yeah, both my big toenails.
Both?
Yes, yeah.
Why?
So, what I found is that the toenail, as it was growing, was, when you toe wrestle, you'll feel it yourself, that it was pushing into the cushion of my skin, and it was cutting my toe quite badly.
So is that a big tactical advantage for you?
Absolutely, yeah.
So why don't we see other toe wrestlers do it?
Because they're not as clever as me.
There you go. Wow. So they don't grow back?
No.
And when did you get this done?
Probably about 6 or 7 years ago now.
I've got a move that I call the ankle cracker. Now, it isn't very often I'll use it. It's got to be a last resort. And during lockdown, me and Ben were having a bit of a tussle where it's just playing about.
He got a little bit overexcited.
I got a bit too excited and I used the ankle cracker on him. I snapped his ankle in 2 places and he had to have steel plates put in it and that. So that's why I don't like use it. But I just got excited, sorry. A few people turned around and made statements that I retired a loser. Now, you call me a lot of things. You call me baldy, fatty, ugly, what you want. Never call me a loser. And I think today a few people are going to be shocked that I'm actually coming out of retirement today and competing. Keep that covered up until after the event, because this year I'm going to come back and I'm going to make them people pay.
I would like you to be my coach and my sensei. What advice do you have for a newcomer entering this sport?
Yeah. Listen to everything I tell you. I'll give you a bit of coaching before you go on the stage. But main thing is, just give me your hand. Don't try to do that. You'll never do it. Always push, slide the heel, bang.
Well, I'm shitting myself, but I'm going to go get changed and hopefully get through at least the first round.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers then.
Now, I clearly needed practice before I stepped up to the todium, so the most appropriate action was to offer out the first local I saw. would you toe wrestle yourself?
Well, I nearly did it this year, but I hadn't painted my toenails, so I was unprepared. So if my nails were painted, I would have been in it, but they weren't, so I didn't want my manky feet to be on TV.
Would you be willing to toe wrestle against me in the street right now?
Yeah, why not?
Toes away! Oh, good game!
Good game. Is there anything else Derby can be proud of?
No, I think this is about it.
That is a strong big toe if I've ever seen one.
I'm hoping to do some damage today with it.
Dan, what are you doing here today?
Well, I'm experiencing some weird things of Britain. This is definitely one of them.
How far do you hope to get?
Well, I'd like to get past the first round. I think first round would be nice. No guarantees though. I've got some big toes, so I'm sure they'll be fine.
Dan, I've heard you've got something special in store. Could you tell us what it is?
It's a special costume to get into the mood of wrestling. The Undertaker. Yeah, I am shitting myself. I am not prepared. I skipped leg day in the gym to be ready for this.
I too am shitting myself. But not for too long, because it was time to go inside and find out who I'd be competing against. Oh, you give me someone easy. Oh, it's Dan Steele. It's the Undertaker.
No way.
So, turns out the guy that we just spoke to outside, the Undertaker himself, is against me in the first round. Dan the Undertaker Steele is nothing against Harry Little Pink Ainsworth. Watch out, mate. So with fire in my belly, it was time to get into the toe zone.
Always push, slide the heel, bang. You can't lift that heel off the ground, but what you can do is push it as far as you can, slide that level. I'll just sit there. I'll let the other person start pushing and grunting and groaning and all that. It's the best tactic. It's got me through nearly 30 years to wrestling.
I'm competing. I'm a competitor.
Good luck, man.
Best of luck, brother. If you lose, would you drink a shot of that? I've had 3 pints. I'm on turbo mode.
Foot in the air, thumbs on the floor at all times, hands on the floor at all times. Are you both ready?
Yeah.
And toes away, go for it. Toes away! Keep that bum down.
Wilson, Jim. Oh, it just came out. Bit of talc, ref. Oh, that's how we're talking. It's hard not to get aroused.
Toes away!
Oh,
Point.
fucking hell.
Toes away!
Oh, fuck. Dan, you're smashing it, mate. May the best man win.
Toes away! Oh!
Right, that's me out.
The comeback.
Crushing defeat. Not the result we're looking for. I had him in the first round. Easy. Man's coming on in an Undertaker outfit. Look at him. We came on, I thought, newbie. What does he know? Turns out a lot. Cheers, Dan Sellers. You're a great bloke. Moving swiftly on, the women's event was upon us. It was hotly contested by multiple world champions, but ultimately it was fan favourite Lisa Twinkletoes Shenton that took the win for the 6th time. Lisa, how are you feeling?
Well, pretty awesome now. It's good to have this back home.
Talk us through that match, because that was a tricky one. It was long as well. Was that the longest you've had?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, every time I got near, she pulled out, but I think it was the difference in size of toes. So I don't think she was intentionally doing it, but I think because her feet are way bigger than mine, when we got close, she pulled out.
The men's senior competition was well underway at this point, but only we knew the drama that was about to unfold. And you could see that Ben was clearly not happy. Alan and Ben both offed their opponents with ease in the subsequent matches, and before we knew it, we all had the final we'd been dreaming, hoping and praying for. Alan Nasty Nash versus Ben Total Destruction Woodroffe.
Mind game zone, lads. Keeping you waiting. I'll wait all we want. I have to wait here all night.
At this point, you could have cut the tension in the room with a knife. Nobody knew which way it was going to go.
So everybody ready for the final of the men's?
Woo!
Wait. Oh. Touched.
Oh, well done, Ben.
Toes away.
Arse off the floor. Ben's arse off the floor. Give it one high.
Toes away.
Come on.
Congratulations.
It's Korea, baby!
Alan, my sensei, we're back in my training room from earlier. What happened tonight?
I was just unlucky, I think. I don't think we had a touchdown on that first one. I'm convinced I didn't touch. I didn't feel it touch. If it did, it was a microsecond. It should be a 3-second touchdown, but hey, we have to decisions final, and I'm a sportsman, so I'll go with that. I'm happy he didn't get my left foot, because that's never been beaten in 29 years of competing.
What does this mean for your career going forward?
Well, next year I've got one extra thing that will help me if I do come back again next year. Is I haven't got to drive all the way up here because I get my bus pass in July. I'd like to say that's it, I'll give it up now. But the problem is, next year when I do retire, I'm going to get quite a few weeks before the competition, and I know what will happen, I'll just end up in the gym then because I've got nothing else to do all day.
Alan, thanks man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks.
it.
Cheers.
Thank you. It's been such a good day.